Good evening and welcome to the 2021 Fresh Mid-Year Report at the Oscars. I am your host, Kristen McCullough. We are here to celebrate and recognize the accomplishments of Fresh, a program that inspires and promotes healthy choices in our schools and community. Let's hear about tonight's nominees. In the category of administration, we have Strategic Plan, Smarter Rubric, Data Tracking, and Training Manual. Let's take a closer look at each. Strategic plans and program trackers are used to evaluate the status of current and future projects. The Smarter Rubric was developed to control program scope and ensure any new requests were specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound, and resources needed were identified. A data tracking system was created to measure program impact and drive programming decisions. Our last nominee in this category is the Training Manual, which was developed to ensure consistent messaging at community events. Our next category includes Best Outreach, and the nominees are Social Media, Rebranding, Fresh Finds, and Volunteerism. Let's take a closer look at each. Our first nominee is Social Media. This year, Fresh contracted with social media specialists to increase communication with stakeholders. Fresh worked with Alan Wayne to update the Fresh logo and merge Books on the Bus with Fresh, rebranding the program Fresh Eats, Fresh Moves, Fresh Reads. Fresh Finds was implemented to recognize staff who go above and beyond to promote health and wellness initiatives in their schools. Our last nominee is Volunteerism. Fresh increased volunteer recruitment by diversifying volunteer opportunities. Next up are the nominees for Movement Planning. And tonight we have Feedback, Wellness Leader Role, and Sensory Paths. Administrators and staff were surveyed and provided multiple opportunities to provide feedback on grant initiatives. Monthly roundtable meetings were scheduled for wellness leaders at the elementary, middle, and high school level. Updates to the wellness leader role were defined, and new roles and responsibilities will be piloted this fall. Indoor sensory paths were installed in 5 schools. 9 additional schools will receive paths this summer. These paths provide opportunities for student movement while transitioning between classes, or opportunities to refocus when a child needs a break. For the category of engagement, here are tonight's nominees: Movement Kits, FCCC Supports, and Virtual Clubs. Movement Kits were created and piloted with elementary wellness leaders and FCCC staff. During virtual learning and on asynchronous days, Fresh supported FCCC by modeling lessons and assisting with the implementation of mileage clubs. In collaboration with Warrenton Police Department and Old Town Athletic Club, Fresh sponsored virtual clubs. 12 hip hop and 12 boot camp classes were recorded, released, and then archived for on-demand viewing. Moving on, let's check out our nominees for Access to Nutrition. Tonight we have What's Fresh, Tastings to Go, and Farmers Market. Improvements made to What's Fresh include a Spanish translation and the addition of an at-home math activity linked to the What's Fresh Harvest of the Month item. When schools went virtual, Fresh did the same, and school tastings became tasting to-go kits. Families picking up grab-and-go meals at select schools were offered tasting kits that included fresh produce, examples of how to eat it, and recipes for home. At the farmers market, nutrition education is paired with movement. Children have fun completing the scavenger hunt while moving throughout the market and finding the different exercise stations. Our final category of the night is Nutritional Supports, and the nominees are roundtables, marketing videos, and new menu items. Surveys are sent out in preparation for roundtable discussions. Responses are collected, and then the Fresh Chef meets with cafeteria managers and the school nutrition supervisor to discuss the survey results. Equipment was purchased to facilitate the production of training videos for cafeteria staff and marketing media for new and future fresh menu items. The Fresh Chef has been working closely with the school nutrition supervisor in the scheduling of existing fresh menu items, as well as in the development and tasting of new menu items. This concludes the Fresh 2021 Mid-Year Report. Thank you for joining us this evening, and good night.